How's everybody doing? Today we're going to talk about Mars and Sagittarius. Mars and Sagittarius. I think it's a little too dark. Don't you think it's a little bit too dark? And this is Sagittarius. This ain't Scorpio. We're leaving the underworld and going into the light. This is much better. This is Sagittarius. Light. Light. No. Go into the light. Go into the light. The light is wonderful. I feel giddy. Sagittarius. Mars and Sagittarius. The archer. I was born with Mars in Sagittarius. I know, I'm sorry. The narcissism, I know. Anyway, back to me. Here I have a green tea martini infused by myself. Delicious. 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 With a little bit of lilac. And the music to go with Sagittarius, which of course is foreign, to deal with the Sagittarius. Okay, let's jump right in. Let's talk about Mars and Sagittarius as it pertains to the human female. With Sagittarius, it's gotta be bubbly, gay. All right, let's jump right in. Um, the woman born with Mars in Sagittarius, she's most impressed with a man who is playful, fun, intelligent, and honest. An energetic, happy aura in a man is often most appealing to the Sagittarian woman or to the Mars in Sagittarian woman. Joking around and taking a joke is a must, and she's going to test you in that area. She is the eternal practical joker. And a huge turn on for these women are a man that can take a joke and can take and handle her sense of humor. They want a man, or they want to have a man that can have a good time and to have a long conversation with him as well that lasts well into the night. They're not particularly attracted to men who are overly groomed, generally don't like too much decoration, or men who put on airs. A tousled, casual appearance is just fine with these women. In fact, it's preferred. A Sagittarian woman or Mars Sagittarian woman would never like me because I represent nothing like that. I'm totally Leo, gregarious, lots of rings on my fingers, out there, so she'll miss the goods with this nigga because she'll look at me and like, oh, that I'm not now, and she's gonna miss some good stuff. So, generally, she's going to be dismissive of that which doesn't fit the status quo, like Miss Capricorn, and we're heading towards Capricorn with Sagittarius. The prejudices and racial overtones of Capricorn begins in bigoted and opinionated Sagittarius, particularly when you have Mars in Sagittarius. These women and men in particular can be very bigoted and intellectually quite arrogant, bombastic even, intolerant, tyrant, monsters guised as gentlemen or ladies. So, we're gonna put the Sagittarian woman or the Mars in Sagittarian woman is not gonna go for a man who identifies his ego with his work. A man who identifies himself through his ego, the Mars in Sagittarian woman wants nothing to do with him. Because to her, he's acting two-dimensionally. There's more to a man than what he does for a living. You know, men, like women, are two-dimensional human beings. There's more to us than what we do when we get up from 9 to 5 in a living. Even though it may be 75% of our existence, it doesn't define who we are. Unless we want it to be that. And that's a choice, and everyone is entitled to define who they are. And most people, by conventional society, define themselves based on what they do for a living. It is the most powerful reference point that defines the very nature of existing. So it is a very powerful psychology. I agree. Yo nunca besaré tu boca. Mars in Sagittarius. Good time. Jupiter, the king of the gods. Mars in Sagittarius. Oh God, it's lovely. It's fun. We continue the fun that we began with Mars in Scorpio. Continues and heightens in Sagittarius. You know, because when it reaches Capricorn, the fun is over. Yeah, the fun is over when we reach Capricorn. You know it is. Nunca, nunca voy a besar tu boca. So understand that there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. It's expressing a voluntary nervous system. You can't control it. You gotta let it run its course. Good. Now we gotta continue. Understand that with Mars and Sagittarius, these women, they wanna connect. They wanna merge with you. They wanna be equal to you. In every way and in every sense of any way possible. They don't want to fall behind a man. They don't want to walk behind him. They don't want to walk in front of him. They want to walk in tandem with him. The problem is that this is not what the man may want. The man may want a traditional girly, not a woman that's willing to wear the pants. And this is a problem for the Sagittarian woman, especially any woman, not just Sagittarius, but any woman born with Mars in Sagittarius run the risk of dying alone and being lonely for the rest of her life. Sagittarius is a masculine fire sign, and Mars rules a masculine cardinal sign. Too much masculinity for men to handle with Mars in Sagittarius as a woman. Yo nunca besaré tu boca. Mars in Sagittarius. Beauty, glamour, and divine intelligence. These women are endowed with this beauty, this beauty. Okay? So, an energetic, happy aura in a man is often most appealing. Joking around is a must, like I said, and it's a huge turn-on for these women. Okay? And these women prefer a man who is conservative because she's enough histrionic for the both of them. A man's status is not of huge interest to these women. They are looking for honest guys whose egos aren't tied up in what they do for a living or how they look. So if you're a pretty boy, you better downplay it. And if you're a successful millionaire tycoon, you better downplay it. Dress average. Don't dress with expensive Bird Dog Goodman $300 shirts, and wear penny loafers, or Florsheim shoes that you buy in Park Avenue or Madison Avenue in New York City. The height, Upper West Side, Upper East Side, where we are among the Plutonians, the Pluto class, or the very wealthy of Upper Manhattan in New York City. She's not going to be impressed with none of that. Okay? She's complicated. Didn't I tell you that the ego and personality reaches a high level of complexity, which is why I got to do a part 3? Here is where we begin this complexity. Beginning in Libra, finishing towards Pisces. These women are paradoxical, quixotic. And we need to talk about that. Mars in Sagittarius. Uh-huh. Having said that, you know, the Sagittarian woman can light up a room. She can light up a room by simply stepping into it. This energy and fascination of a woman walking into a room and captivating people begins with Leo. The Leo woman can do this part excellent. It reaches a midpoint in Scorpio and it culminates in Capricorn, the Earth Queen. But it's mid-Sagittal in Sagittarius. So understand that Sagittarius is heading towards the queenly kingship aspect of royalty and beauty and glamour and status. That aspect of Mars in Sagittarius. So understand that the Sagittarian female, by stepping into a room and lighting up a room, her charming, witty, outgoing, and hilariously funny disposition as a woman may not be, as she thinks, the direction that her life is taking her, because she doesn't kind of take herself seriously. She doesn't take herself seriously. And because she doesn't do that, she doesn't realize the impact that she's causing on the men around her, on the people around her. She's not concerned about impressing you. Her only concern is just being. You have people who are human doings and then you have human beings. She's not a human doing, she's a human being. Meaning that she just loves being. Whether good or bad, active or lazy, she just wants to exist. And just exist for existence self. This is the buoyancy of Sagittarius. And when you're born with Mars in Sagittarius, you live a very buoyant lifestyle. A lifestyle of opulence, class, and ease. Well, look at me. When you see me in my trips, in my travels, I have Mars in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the traveler. And I travel all over the world twice over. And I live the life of a king when I'm abroad. And I'm about to go to Abu Dhabi, in a couple of weeks, in 2 weeks, by the way. I live a charmed life of a millionaire. I do. And you all know that. This is the opulent buoyancy of Mars in Sagittarius. The Godon Juan, the traveler. Mhm. And through the travels of different races and cultures throughout the globe, the Mars in Sagittarius women and men expands and broadens his knowledge. This is the reason why we travel, so we can broaden our knowledge. Mars in Sagittarius. Oh, it's wonderful. It's magical. It's antithetical. Okay? The woman with Mars in Sagittarius can be a beauty or could be not a beauty, but she will have that fiery masculine energy coupled with the femininity that's inevitable of the Sagittarian woman that creates a perfect balance of true human beauty. Mars and Sagittarius. And this our beauty is coupled with the intellectual power that accompanies such beauty. The Sagittarian man and woman is fascinating. Really fascinating. I guess all the signs are fascinating and beautiful in their own glory, right? Right. Now, understand that having said that, there's a complication here with the Sagittarian woman because she can be very, very complicated and complex, baby. Oh, yes, she is. Yeah. Oh, you know she is. Oh, please. This woman was Mars in Sagittarius, kind of similar to the woman born with the Sun in Sagittarius. Can be up, dainty, and kind of like, a little naive, Oh, come on, it's true. It's true. And I love the Sagittarian woman. I guess I love all women. Because I see the beauty in all women. Yeah. Oh, good. I went right into the bucket. Can't help it. Involuntary nervous system. When the cold flat that occurs, there's nothing I can do to stop it. I can stop breathing, and that can cause a stop. But the minute I stop breathing, the coughing spasms occur. Involuntary nervous system. Can't control it. Okay, understand that born with Mars in Sagittarius as a female, there is a part of you that's very restless, unpredictable, where it may take you a long time to discover who you are and learn how to go to the direction that you need to go to reach the actualized self. To reach that level of self-love and self-actualization, understand that that's not going to be easy and it's not going to be easily given to you. You have to fight for that. Think of Hercules and the 12 trials of Hercules. Those 12 trials represent the signs of the zodiac and man's journey through every trial in nature to succumb each obstacle. And when he does all 12, he becomes a god. This type of fight and quest begins in Sagittarius. It do. It do. So understand that the Mars in Sagittarius woman is charming, outgoing, witty, hilariously funny, and she's a woman she's a good times girl. She's a good times girl, and she doesn't want conflict and doesn't want drama. But it's very ironic that conflict and drama always seems to follow her. You know, she's independent and impulsive, and her idea of romance is a week long adventure. But you can bring champagne and roses if you want to. She is attracted to active, intelligent, and optimistic lovers who thrive as much as she does venturing into the unknown. She makes an excellent insult sound like a compliment. And to her, apology is a foreign and undiscovered word. You may not know where the Sagittarian woman is going, but foreign cares where she's been. She does not apologize for anything that she does. My sister Sharon, a Sagittarius, won't apologize for shit. And you can see her burn the building down. She will, and you caught the bitch. You caught the bitch. And she'll tell you in your face, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And I mean, oh, wicked. Wicked. She's something else. She's something else. A real, she could be a real con artist. Let me tell you. The Martin Sagittarius woman loves romance. But I think what she loves more is the tragedy of romance because it keeps the juices going. Remember, Sagittarius is fire, fiery, and this excitement, it was fire. You know, you can't be bored when you're on fire, and I know because I'm always on fire, and I was born with Mars in Sagittarius, and I'm always on fire. You know, my reason for living. Which is why I appear so young. I have a grand fire trine in my chart. But let me not make this about me. Okay? Understand that with Mars and Sagittarius, especially as a woman, she loves love. She's romantic. She's histrionically antithetical. Okay? The Sagittarian or Mars and Sagittarian woman will have many sexual partners to share adventures with. She loves having a deep philosophical conversation and wild, passionate sex. She loves her freedom and independence. And even in committed relationship, she may need a lot. She may need a lot of time on her own to explore and do her own thing. She may consider relationships to be individual adventures, and sometimes they might have a taste for a different adventure. So therefore, they'll drop that person and go towards another person that might stimulate another kind of adventure. They can be faithful in relationships, and they often are. But if something or an impulse takes them to another horizon where they feel all is happening, they will drop that person. This is the aspect and liability aspect of fire. No te santeloso. Sorry, I got a little caught up. Oh Lord. Understand that oh my god, the Sagittarian woman, there is so much to say. You know, she can be dramatic, histrionic, but for her, let me tell you, it's an act. It's an act. It's not real. She is the biggest dramatist that you'll ever know. And please donate for part 2 because we're done with part 1.